Welcome to the Butler Live podcast, direct from Southern Oregon and brought to you by Butler Automotive Group. This is Craig Fronek in this morning, and we're talking cars, trucks, and SUVs every chance we get. It's Wednesday, and coming live from Butler Hyundai this morning, I've got sales manager Kyle Ellsworth in, and we're thrilled to talk about Hyundai. Can you say it? And what Hyundai is all about, what the vehicle and the brand brings to America, what's in it for you, and some of the great, incredible vehicles brought to you to Southern Oregon by Butler Hyundai and out on Vilas and corner of Vilas and Crater Lake Avenue, 5000 Crater Lake Avenue, and you can find butlerhyundai.com. You can also get a hold of us, Butler Live at butlerman.com. So I hope you're geared up, ready to go. And really, Kyle, thanks so much for being in this morning. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
This is great.
And Aaron Nilsson is with our creative services. He's here as well.
We can't forget Aaron.
No. He's very valuable. Aaron, good to see you.
He's kind of the brains behind the operation a lot of times. I mean,
oh, yeah.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Well, he's got some great stories as well. And the real piece, Kyle, we always tease because folks struggle with Hyundai. How do you say it? It's spelled Hyundai.
Well, like I said, I'd probably get corrected if, we went to South Korea. But from what I've been told, working at Hyundai for as long as I have, it's been a fun day every day at Butler Hyundai.
There you go. Nice. Right.
Sundays are particularly...
Sunday, Monday, Hyundai, fun day. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Vehicles. Obviously, the auto industry, very competitive.
Yeah.
You think about that as you bring, why would a Korean manufacturer bring a vehicle to America and think they can compete with Audi, BMW,
Totally.
Lexus, Acura? I mean,
people don't realize Hyundai's been whooping just about everybody's tail for a long time. And just not in the auto industry, though. They're so vertically integrated. They've been making container ships. I mean,
right?
They bring all your goods over, every single day across the Pacific and
That's
Atlantic.
where I first saw the name Hyundai.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I went that, Hyundai steamship lines and container lines. Absolutely.
But they've been making cars since 1986. You've got the computer there.
Yeah.
Fact check me, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Well, and here's the crazy part. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Yeah.
They have no bones about it, and that is great value.
Oh, incredible.
Most manufacturers have 3-year 36 bumper to bumper and 5 years 60
on the powertrain.
Yeah. Hyundai comes right out and says 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a big step up in the consumer satisfaction aspect. Going into it, I would think, God, man, I don't want my car to break, but they all break. I mean, there's a shop connected to every dealership, and that's the backbone of the auto industry is, it's a depreciating asset, and they break. There's a lot of moving parts, but to say, hey, your car's going to get fixed, and it's on us.
And exactly. And here's another reason I love having you in, because as a sales manager at Hyundai here in Medford, you get to hear the stories. You get to see the customers come in. You get to, if there's something bad that happened, but also how it's resolved and the value of a great service department.
Well, I will find that Hyundai, probably quicker than most. If you remember the Takata airbag fiasco years ago, hand grenades given in just about every car sold in America, Hyundai was very, very quick to have any minor recall thrown out and let the consumers know, hey, if you're driving one of our cars, we may think this be an issue. We're working on a remedy, where, Volkswagen and Honda, the airbag and the emissions.
Yeah, it was nuts.
They
out of control.
Let's just be hush-hush on the whole thing for a long time. Hyundai's very prompt. Hey, we know there might be an issue. We want to make sure it's getting taken care of. And that, to me, speaks volumes about the company and what they're trying to do.
So support from corporate is huge.
I mean, yeah, and the brand. I mean, support from the brand 100%. I mean, you're buying a backbone of a company that's probably one of the largest in the entire world.
One of the things I really liked when I first saw the Hyundai vehicles is instead of buying into a base model unit in any of other manufacturers.
Entry level.
Exactly.
Base model just kicks it, throws dirt on it. It's entry level.
Entry level. Thank you, Kyle. Then you have to add all the extra features. many of the Hyundai vehicles come loaded.
Yeah. Oh, the technology in them now. I'm one of those guys that I'm simple. I still like, if you were to give me $1 million, I wouldn't buy a Ferrari. I'd probably go buy an old American Detroit something or other.
Nice, nice, classic.
But the safety features in these that are standard on the base models, the entry levels, it's fantastic. I mean, the safety just to keep your passengers, the driver, from collision avoidance, and ease of use. I can't sit in a more friendly car.
It seems real easy. And now with the larger screens, of course you've got Bluetooth, that's all standard. And then you get into heated seats and the
visibility on a backup camera now.
Exactly. Larger screen.
Oh, the screens are bigger than what I had for a TV in college.
Yep. These are getting pretty big, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Hyundai, the motor company founded in 1967. Currently, they have 75,000 people working worldwide, or employees. They're sold in 193 countries through 5,000 dealerships and showrooms. Yeah. This is all Wikipedia. This is Hyundai saying it, but
yeah, love it, love it. Kyle, what are some of the first experiences that customers have when they come in? Because they've seen the advertisements, they want to come see a vehicle, they're unsure, they can't say the name of the vehicle.
Yeah, no.
What happens?
I love this because we get to be, pretty honest about the experience here and what most people I get to witness. And my first, experience walking in the showroom floor was like, that's a Hyundai? Whether I can pronounce it or not, it was like kind of shock, like, dang.
Like really hot.
It's come up, I was expecting something cheap, or inexpensive. These things compete, through and through with the guys that have had the reins forever. Honda, Toyota, Subaru now. These guys are whooping them in customer satisfaction, quality, and, of course, warranty. But everybody's reaction, it's really funny because the Genesis, Hyundai made Genesis. We had it on the showroom floor the first day I walked in, and it has the wing emblem. Mm-hmm. And I was like really confused, like, that's not a Bentley, that's not a Mercedes. Why do you guys have a used car on the showroom floor at a new dealership? They're like, dude, that's a Hyundai.
That's the upper line. So if Toyota has Lexus,
yes.
Honda has Acura, Hyundai has Genesis. And the Genesis, they are sweet.
Yeah. Talk about a silent horse there. Their sponsorship in the PGA and sorry, Tiger. I'm glad it kept you.
Oh yeah. No, it's good. Yeah. So some of the models start at the entry level, the smaller vehicles. What there's also EV going on, plus the big SUV, the Palisade.
Yes, the electrification is going crazy right now. So the Ioniq 5, brand new lifestyle vehicle. The interior is going to, I think, really start to change the way people build vehicles and look at vehicles in the interior. Electrification is going to be massive.
Right.
But Hyundai's really on top of it. They were pairing with a company called Rimac for a long time, which makes hypercars. Talk about light speed electric cars.
Wow. Okay.
And I was really impressed with the work they're doing there. So the Kona EV has been a massive hit just through the past few years, but coming out with a larger Palisade, now adding hybrid vehicles in all-wheel drive in the Tucson and Santa Fe, especially in our valley. Gosh, we are all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, truck country, now seeing viable SUVs for, the rest of the family to get around town, especially in the days when we want to go up to Mount Ashland. They're there, and they're getting you great gas mileage. If it breaks, it gets fixed. It's pretty cool. No, Hyundai has been stellar.
The Tucson, that's a common, I'm seeing those all over now.
Yeah, no, if you compared, our most popular vehicles, Tucson is up there by far. The Elantra was the staple for Hyundai for a long time, the small sedan,
right?
40 miles to the gallon. Now you're 20s, 30s, on an all-wheel drive SUV coming out of Hyundai in the Tucson.
Well, look at this. From 2020 J.D. Power initial quality report, Hyundai Tucson ranked number 1 compact SUV in initial quality study by J.D. Power.
J.D. Power, yeah. No,
that's huge.
I couldn't list. I'd have to take my shoes off to start counting all the J.D. Power awards that Hyundai's been taking home.
Yeah,
they're pretty popular.
They are. No, they're popular. But there's something to say about it. If you're looking at, a good award to compare it at, everybody goes to different websites to what's a good car. You got Edmunds out there. J.D. Power is fantastic. Third party, no BS.
Right.
Here's the nitty gritty. Here, and they class, so many different types of vehicles. So great place to do some research.
Now, the crazy part on top of all of this, quality of vehicle, the look, the style, the safety features, everything inside, and the warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain, peace of mind, all of that, the creme de la creme, pricing. The price point. They are nailing it.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you go to Hyundai's most expensive vehicle that we would carry on our showroom floor would be a calligraphy Palisade now. Full Napa leather. I mean, every piece of technology you could ever think of. It rivals, the high-end Genesis that they make. It rivals the MDX that we carry at our Acura store. I mean, a fully loaded, limited Explorer. You guys been in one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
They're great, right?
Yeah.
I mean, our Ford store is kind of our mothership with our company at Butler. But Hyundai's Palisade, you get into that calligraphy.
It's
dude,
it's
dude,
sweet. Yeah.
It's nice. My wife,
very comfortable.
I almost had to take out a second mortgage.
And here's the 4-door Sonata SEL front-wheel drive, $27,000. There's a $1,000 bonus cash piece. That's $26,000 for the SEL. And that's if you wanted an all-wheel drive. It goes the Santa Fe at 30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's very doable.
Well, and the standard equipment on that. I mean, you have blind spot alert. You have rear passenger. It's just phenomenal what you're getting right off the gate in something that's entry level. So, we haven't seen that before, in this industry. It's changed so much and very dramatically. And Hyundai's really pushing the envelope and making some of these guys, Toyota, Honda, take a look at the way they're designing their vehicles. And really what's the content, Is it feel-good content or is it actually real content for a driver, for passengers?
Well, that's exactly it, because people want great value. They want safety for their family, and they want longevity and warranty. And I think Hyundai is really stepping up. The hybrid warranty, 8-year, 100,000 mile. Do they also fall under the 10-year, 100,000 as well?
Yeah, no, they come with a 10-year, 100. And then, of course, Butler, we haven't talked about it. We double all of that, the powertrain, at no cost to every single customer.
And that comes automatic when they buy at Butler
on every
Hyundai?
new car. Yeah, yep.
So Hyundai USA has 10-year, 100,000 mile. What's the deal with the doubling of the warranty?
So, yeah, we use a company. We've partnered with a company called Zurich. They're the underwriter on it, and we extend at no cost to every single one of our new customers additional 10-100. So it's 20 years, 200,000 miles powertrain.
Wow.
How do you beat that?
Well, that's I think of my aunt and my uncle, Toyota Camry. They've had Toyota Camrys, and they drive them and they drive them and they give them down to the kids, and then the kids get them, and they've had the same Toyota Camry forever.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be cool if you guys didn't have to pay for any of that maintenance on the motor and transmission for 20 years?
Well,
not really maintenance, but if you need a brand new motor, new transmission at 199,000 miles, it's getting taken care of.
Right,
That's
but here's
crazy.
the next piece. The powertrain is anything that propels the vehicle, right? So engine, transmission, driveline, axle, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Obviously, brakes, wear and tear, all that kind of stuff is different. And then components, electronics and things.
Well, that goes into the maintenance. So, and then on all new cars for Hyundai, this is specifically coming from Hyundai's 3 years, 36 complimentary maintenance. So, talk about a car that's well maintained. If you start off right, it's going to end right, and maintaining at a Hyundai location is just, you're going to get the benefit of OEM parts and factory oil and so on and such forth. But now 3 years of maintenance is taken care of. So your wear and tear pretty much, my oil, my balance of rotating my tires.
All taken care of.
Done.
All taken care of.
Covering all the major stuff right there, really.
Now, a big hit has been the Palisade.
Oh, it's
the Palisade. It's the larger SUV. It very equates to the Ford Explorer, the Kia Telluride, and what are some of the other vehicles that compare in size and scope to the?
Well, you have the
Palisade?
Atlas, which is Volkswagen. Volkswagen
probably
makes
the Chevrolet Traverse as
Traverse,
well.
Yeah. We were kind of hoping the Palisade was going to be more of a truck size, but they did a really great job on the interior. I mean, the third row is completely functional. I mean, full-grown adult can get back there.
Right.
So it comes in a couple of different configurations. You got captain's chairs in the front row, obviously, for driver-passenger.
Sure.
Second row, you can either do a bench or captains.
Right.
And then you have a third row, which, for me, I'm not incredibly tall, but I'm about as wide as I am tall. and I can squeeze back there and be fairly comfortable.
But it's in all the right places, Kyle. Let's just say this. Yeah. It has.
Talking about the Palisade or Kyle?
Palisade.
Kyle.
Okay. I'm sorry. I want to make sure we're straight here. I mean, a guy who we didn't talk about your experience completely, but I know you were legit a little bit before MMA guy over here.
Exactly, and we had 6 years at
Just
Butler
a little
Hyundai,
clarification.
Exactly, at Butler Automotive Group. 6 years.
6 years now.
Business.
Yeah, I started in the industry on the sales floor at Hyundai. So everybody has a story. If you talk to a car guy, how did you get into the business? And everybody will have a different story. I moved down here because my wife is from here, and we were having our first kid.
Great.
And I was working for a company and completely out of the industry, found out I was working for people I didn't really want to work with.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wiped my fingerprints off as I left that day and went, dude, you just quit your job.
Where to go now? Yeah.
So I had a mutual friend that used to train with me when we were doing our beating each other up stuff, when I was young and crazy before wife and kids.
Right.
And I was like, hey, man, you're established down here. Do you know anybody that might be looking for anything? I need something quick. And he's like, yeah, there's your desk. All the way down there at the end of the showroom. Dude, I've never sold cars. Nobody likes car salesmen. I'm having a hard time people liking me as it is.
Exactly.
Like, don't throw me here. Like, come on. I'll go dig ditch. How about that?
Right.
And, you always hear the bad side of auto sales and car sales. And it's earned its badge through the years.
Absolutely. The dealerships in the history of the world, they have made their
merit.
own bed. That's right.
Yes. But coming in, Chuck and Linda have been phenomenal. And then Warren Cooper, who manages the company, we're in the backyard of Lithia, who look at how big they are. And I want to say it was on purpose that we have our 4 stores, but we definitely try to nourish and take care of our Rogue Valley. And I don't want to say they sold out, but we haven't sold out. That's just horrible. Tip of the hat to the company.
Sure.
Lithia is phenomenal. They're massive and they're doing a great job. But Chuck and Linda here in the Rogue Valley, in the Medford and Ashland areas, talk about really nurturing a company that has taken care of its customers for 40 years and its employees as well.
Yeah.
I've stayed here on purpose for a reason, in an industry that I never thought I would get into.
Well, and we're referencing Chuck and Linda Butler.
Yes.
They started in Ashland in 1976, and with the Ford store, then they added the Acura store, then they moved into Medford, and the whole time has been really a very high importance on long-term relationships.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it shows because of the people
Quality
that work
of community
for them.
too.
Yep.
I've never been in a company that we are constantly looking to give back. How can we give back? And I find myself now at home with my family. That's a good, that's par to live up to. Sure. How can we give back? So love the Rogue Valley. I'm an Oregonian. 6th generation is my son now, so I'm 5th generation.
That's great.
And I'm from a town that we don't like to talk about anymore, but it used to have a lot of culture and it was great. The northeast side of Portland.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's all good. It's all good. The we were talking about the Palisade and the hit, but what I wanted to get to was selection of vehicles, the auto industry in what's happened. And Hyundai's been able to keep up the selection, your store especially, but this Palisade.
I get to brag. I have more cars than any other stores right now.
Ooh, watch out.
I know. I'm going to have,
you got a great selection. That's what's so cool is just for me, whenever I see that, I see the numbers that are over in the lot at Hyundai, and I'm like, man, you got a lot. So for me, with me taking photos and videos, I got to try to keep up with all the deliveries, but the selection is fantastic. And one thing that my experience was, you're going back to the different models and what there is right now, that people come to the showroom and go, wait, what? That's a Hyundai? Because for me, this was not. I mentioned that in one of the videos I made for our social media. The first time I was in a Sonata.
Was it the N line?
It was an N line.
I think I remember the video.
And I took a photo of it in a video, and I sat down the first time. I'm like looking around, going, "What am I in right now?" And in the video, I said, "This is not the Sonata I grew up with. This is not what I remember. This thing is really nice with all the bells and whistles that go with it." Not let alone the standard features.
I wish we had hidden
this
cameras,
so nice.
and send people out on a test drive, and catch their reaction.
It's cool.
They're
cool cars
that
Hyundai's putting out.
Yeah.
It's not just functional. There's actually some style and form to go with the function.
Well, now we're adding a truck, small pickup.
Oh, don't miss that.
Yeah.
This is going to be the
Greg, we gotta
Santa
talk about
Cruz.
We're
The
in
Santa
truck
Cruz.
country.
This is, if you look at the design, the research, development, design, and here it's coming out, the Santa Cruz, at precisely the time where everyone is wanting a smaller truck.
Yeah.
They've gone through the SUVs, and now they're realizing they want stuff. They want a little area to throw stuff in and go and do and be around and go. There it is.
Well, I mean, talk about trying to find your way.
So talk about this 2022 Santa Cruz that's coming out.
Yeah,
they're taking reservations right now.
They have been taking reservations. You can go to HyundaiUSA.com. It's $100, completely refundable if you don't like the vehicle. But I say hop on YouTube. Look at videos. There's some of them out there on the road right now, currently. You can get live action rolling footage and quality walkthroughs of this thing. A utilitarian small crossover pickup. Somebody wants great gas mileage, all-wheel drive, but doesn't need a haul and massive boat. Maybe a small trailer.
And they're starting out the SE $23,990. Then it jumps to $27 for the SEL and the SEL Premium at $35,600. And of course, you can do anything you want there. But look at that spread from $24,000, a brand new,
yeah, with 20 years, 200,000 mile powertrain,
8-inch screen,
first 3 years of
Apple
maintenance.
CarPlay. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the navigation. You throw your blinker on, it now gives you a camera view of your blind spot.
Nice.
Yes, I mean, we don't even have to look away from the dash anymore. I mean, soon it's going to be VR driving.
Well, they're
all these kids with video gaming are going to start having to chauffeur everybody.
I saw it in the Tucson. I can't believe that. When you're looking at the dash, that's people who haven't seen it before. And I remember I put on the blinker and I'm going, what is that showing up on my dash?
Yeah.
I get the instrument panel. I'm like, that's an actual camera view of outside. This is fantastic.
When you turn your blinker on that left or right, the camera shows that whole entire
There's
area
no
that
more
you're
excuse
about,
for blind spot.
Yeah.
that you're
I don't
about-
like the blind spot. I don't like the pillar. Because I still love the old SUVs with big glass.
Sure.
I have a 72 International. Big glass. You can see everywhere. And I think that's what a lot of people are used to. Some people have bought cars in 20 years. And they come in and we're going for aerodynamics. We're going for safety and rollover. So the windows have gotten smaller, tighter. And, the A-frames and pillars have gotten bigger. Well, now, full camera view. You don't have to move your head.
So you brought up a great point. Folks haven't bought a car for a long time. Maybe they're used to buying pre-owned, that kind of thing. Now, all of a sudden, with all the safety features that come included and everything else, but buying a new vehicle, there's that whole issue of computer savvy, ease of use. You talked earlier, ease of use.
100%.
And that is... bringing customers up to speed, because it is truly a computer on wheels with all the sensors, all the systems.
So I need to
board.
humble myself. I am probably now one of the least savvy tech guys in my store, just because I went from the sales floor in it every day, showing it, to now doing a little bit more of a managerial role, teaching my guys, and not only just teach them, the process of what we do at work, but also the cars as well. I've got some of my guys, my best guys, they wow me with the stuff that these things can do, because I get a quick rundown, be proficient. I mean, I deal with DMV and banks all day long.
Right.
It's terrible.
It's hard to stay on top of this.
My product specialists, we don't like calling them sales guys, but yeah, we're here obviously to help you buy a car. We want to sell you a car. But my product specialists, they're just that. They're phenomenal, and they can get into just about any vehicle now and show you how to link up your phone in a used, new, anything. I was just shown a trick. You can roll down the windows from a key fob on just about most cars now. It's some combination of lock, unlock, and I know the Acura's had it before.
It's like a cheat code in video games.
Yes,
now.
That's right.
Up, down, A, B.
Yeah.
Flex start.
And Hyundai's got the digital key in the SEL Premium, so that's going to be the phone as a key then.
Yes. I mean, you don't even need to get your key out of your pocket. You don't even need a key with you. It's completely digital. I was actually left my wallet at home the other day. I was out with my wife, and we were going to get some food. And well, maybe we should call and see if they take, the Apple or Google Pay. Well, it's kind of the same thing, is now you have everything linked to your phone. You can put a perimeter on where the car goes. So if your kids are driving and you want to know if they're out of the area, if they're speeding, you can slow the car down. You can stop the car.
Whoa.
Yeah. I haven't showed that to my wife on anything yet.
Well, and the digital, it's really actually pretty impressive the way the manufacturers have taken the precautions on the phone as a key.
Yeah. It's
if the original key fob is not with the car and you approach the vehicle with the phone, vehicle acknowledges you, you get in, you start. But people are afraid, well, what if I lose my phone? What if my phone battery dies? They has secondary code, right? So you can get in.
Yep.
You've got to have the door code to get inside. And then when you have your interior, right, then they'll...
I think it's the quandary. If your phone dies, you lose your key. I mean, you're up the river, as they would say. Even if it was an old-fashioned key or your phone, we're always gonna have that issue until you can get in and tell your Batmobile to start and come and drive for you.
You're gonna see that in the new shows, TV shows, and movies.
Yeah.
It's no longer a guy coming to mug you or hijack your car, carjack you. It's gonna be give me your keys. It's gonna be give me your phone.
Yeah.
One day.
And if your phone is stolen, that's exactly the thing. Now, Hyundai also has that technology, self-park.
Self-park. Yeah, smart pack.
Smart pack.
That was
It's
from
smart
Baston.
pack.
It was a smart pack.
The Super Bowl commercial. Yeah, smart pack. Smart pack your car.
Yeah. I'm a Boston fan, so the Red Sox. So yeah.
I'm with you 100%.
So that commercial, that made me smile.
We laugh pretty good.
Yeah.
So all of that technology and the vehicles, great place, of course, to shop. ButlerHyundai.com. But the Hyundai, help people say it.
Hyundai. It's a fun day every day, Sunday or Monday at Butler Hyundai.
So really, the why it's silent. You don't pay attention to don't try to pronounce it like
Hyundai.
Yellow. Right?
Well, I get is it part of Honda? That's the one that cracks me up. But, hey, I used to think it too. It was just like it's a different version of Honda. It's an H. What's going on here? When they first came out, everybody had these are cheap. These are throwaway cars. And I had the exact same inclination when I stepped onto the showroom floor. It was like knocked out of my socks. Like, wow, Hyundai's come a long way. And it really made working there a lot easier too, because it's a product that I can stand behind. I mean, just like any other manufacturer.
And performance on the engines.
The new N line and efficient, the gas mileage. They're not race cars. They're not tuned. They're not meant to go crazy. It's not your WRX, or your twin turbo rocket ship from BMW. This is a quality driving machine that's fairly inexpensive with a lot of technology that's going to cover your wallet. I mean, long run. Long run.
I think that's excellent. Well,
they have a lot of visibility, by the way. Just so in the movies we talked earlier about with some of the Marvel movies, Avengers, but also right on Hyundai USA, the first thing is Snake Eyes. The Sonata N line is going to be in Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins movie. So they're all over the place, getting a lot of exposure.
No, they are kind of silent in their advertising and marketing. They're very stealthy. They're not in your face with a lot of it. You see the old Toyota commercials, and I'm going to kick Ford, even though we have a Ford store. I love Ford. But I mean, sale. You don't see a lot of that marketing from Hyundai. It's not about the prices. It's about the quality and about, how kind of rad they are in the market that we're in. So
we need to be looking for this Santa Cruz. When are we going to have one of these?
I just found out yesterday.
Really?
Craig. Yeah. We got our allocation and sent down from corporate, from the big wigs in Hyundai. And I've got one that's going to be here next month. Excuse me. Next month. So August should be mid-month August.
That's the small pickup. It's the 4-door with the.
It's really cool though. I mean, some of the features is like it comes with its own tonneau cover, so custom fit, locking, very secure. You have a drain and you have a cooler in the bed of the truck, so flush right under the bed. Functional for what you're looking at. A utilitarian, somebody wants to go around town, go hike, go run out to Lake of the Woods. Go back it down to 4 Mile and tailgate, for the day and let your kids go play in kayak.
Run to the beach, go to the coast for a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry about getting anything dirty. Just hang out in the bed.
Throw everything in the bed. No, it is really, really cool. All-wheel drive. Every safety feature that any of the Palisades come with, this thing has it too. And I'm getting a premium all-wheel drive, by the way. So
wow.
Yeah. So I don't have any contenders on that as of right now, and I'm kind of like when I don't pre-sell them.
Sure. So people can see them.
Come see them, yeah, and drive it and get into it. So
that's going to be fantastic. Out at Butler Hyundai, 5000 Crater Lake Avenue, there at the corner of Vilas Road. And
Kyle, you're the last store on the way out of town, or the first store on the way in. It depends on how you look at it.
Exactly. Kyle, great to have you in today on our Butler Live podcast.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you in, and just a matter of making sure folks can stay connected. Find us over at butlerhyundai.com. You could get a hold of us here on the live podcast, Butler Live at butlerman.com.
Are we not taking phone calls today?
We haven't gotten any.
No callers on the line?
Oh, yeah.
Not at the moment.
We've got that ability if we do that. And we'll do that because we're going to have you back. It's going to be great. I can't wait when the Santa Cruz is here.
Me too.
Aaron, thanks for being in as well.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you both.
Always great.
All right,
Kyle.
we'll be back next week. Find us on the social media anywhere. Stay connected. We'll see you next time.